Okay, so my name is Dan Stafford, and I'm kind of like the acting webmaster, I guess you would say, for Ushers of the Aquarian Age. I've set up our blog, created that. You can get to this by going to ushersoftheaquarianage.org. And then I also have set up a YouTube channel for us. Let's go back a little bit here real quick. Ushersoftheaquarianage.com will get you to this site. .org is the blog and .com is the YouTube channel. Um, we also have a public Facebook group, and that's Ushers of the Aquarian Age as well. And as of tonight, we have a Twitter account. So here we are at UOA Aquarius, twitter.com/UOA Aquarius or at UOA Aquarius on Twitter. Twitter profile is set up. I've tweeted out as of this evening some of our YouTube videos and yeah, quite a few other things. All right, we're getting some suggestions here. Links to the blog, links to the Facebook group, just the basic stuff and the videos that we have up so far. The videos, by the way, are really good. This one is Ray Grassy, and this was done at the Theosophical Society. That's that TSA America. All right, let's bring that back up so you can see it a little bit. And Ray Grassy is also a contributing editor at the Mountain Astrologer magazine, and he's been involved with the Theosophical Society for a long time. He's a really good astrologer and he writes astrology books. He's got some really good ones out there. And this is a really excellent lecture that Ray did on the age of Aquarius that's just beginning now at the Theosophical Society headquarters in the United States in Wheaton, Illinois. We used to live very close to this, about 20 minutes away, and I have attended many lectures there, my wife and I, at the Theosophical Society. It's really a really cool place. If you ever get the chance to visit, that would be a really good one to visit. Just saying. Um, on that note, this is Twitter. Okay, so yeah, we can manage our single account here. We have a timeline, and it's whatever shows up in the timeline based on their algorithms, etc. But now, um, here's a way to really amp up Twitter. It's a thing called TweetDeck, and you can get there by just going to tweetdeck.twitter.com. Okay. And you can see here we've got columns, right? And these columns are going to be like our home news feed, notifications. I've been retweeting some of our accounts. Yvette followed our Twitter feed, and then we don't have any messages yet. And then we have trending, and that's about it right now. However, as soon as I go over here to search, up in the upper left corner here and click on that. Now I can put in hashtag Aquarius and then just hit enter and boom. Now I've got a column here with tweets using that hashtag Aquarius. Okay, and I can scroll through and I can search for accounts that relate to that Twitter hashtag in order to follow or retweet or like kind of you know make contact with those who are interested in that topic. Now let's go and add a few more here. We can add more columns, so we'll do age of Aquarius, and you can see we're showing up as all the recent stuff here. And then let's maybe do astrology. And let's see, Aquarian, etc. So now I can go through searching for accounts that are using this hashtag, and we already know that these accounts are interested in the subject because they're using the hashtag themselves. So that gives us a way to reach out to other accounts. Now, if I wanted to take one of these away, all right, let's say I wanted to remove one of these columns, all I need to do is click right here on these and then go down here and click remove, and boom, the column is gone. All right. So you can adapt which columns you have, and it really amps up Twitter because you can scroll through, instead of scrolling through anything Twitter wants to hand you, you can really fine tune what you're looking at and go through and just look for stuff on Aquarius, or just look for stuff on the age of Aquarius, or whatever hashtag or subject you might be interested in. I'm going to go ahead and bring astrology back because I'm probably going to take a little time. So let's scroll through age of Aquarius for a little bit here and go see. Obviously, we're the most recent ones on here because I just got done posting about 10 posts with this hashtag. But let's go back and let's see. Let's take a look. Now, it used to be when you hovered. All right, there we go. So, let's see. Can we? There we go. Click on the name. We're over here. We can kind of see. All right, so we'll like that and maybe retweet that. All right, so taking a little bit of time here. Okay, there's a lot of retweets here on quite a few different topics. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna back off there, and I'm not necessarily gonna follow right now. Just like a tweet here and there. Maybe we want to be careful with Twitter. Here's one of the things about Twitter, right? Let's go to our profile here. Right now, we're following 114 accounts, and we have 3 accounts following us. Uh, Actually, we have 2 because they give you one by default. So really, we have 2 followers right now. Here's one of the things about Twitter accounts that you have to pay attention to when you're a new Twitter account, especially. Until you have 2,000 or more followers, you cannot follow more than 2,000 other accounts. Right? So I followed a few like news type accounts and topical accounts at the beginning, but I don't want to go too crazy following other accounts right now because as soon as I hit 2,000, I can't follow anymore, right? Until over 2,000 follow us. So growing the Twitter account, we're probably going to want to use TweetDeck and be a little bit careful about who we follow, and then maybe take a look at a few. We might maybe follow one or two like this, but let's take a look at the account first. And I'm not so sure I want to go too crazy with this one because it looks pretty sensationalist. All right, so we'll go ahead and back off that. But as you can see, if we take a little time here and just kind of take a look through and investigate some of these accounts and some of these hashtags, we can probably start building relationships with other Aquarians this way. And what's interesting about Twitter is a lot of times you can reach out to people that are pretty big names on Twitter and maybe even, like get a response in a lot of cases where you couldn't by email or any other means. So it's a really good platform for reaching out to like bigger names. Uh, it's also just really good for going through and just finding stuff when you use it with TweetDeck like this. And from what I understand, Twitter is working on behind the scenes on a major revamp of TweetDeck to make it even better. So this is really pretty good. So if any of you want to get on a Twitter account and then just go to tweetdeck.twitter.com again, I will link this on the right hand side of the blog. All right. If you take a look at our blog and go over here on the right hand side, we have, oh, let me redo this because I've updated this, but we have links over here. This is the 1962 group where we all found each other. And then this is my personal, and these are just alphabetical. That's how it's ordered. This is our Twitter profile. This is our YouTube channel, and this is our public Facebook group. So that started, and we can add links and stuff like that. So I'm going to add a link real quick to TweetDeck. So I'm going to go to blogger.com and I'm on the layout over here. Now, for those of you who are editors, if you want to make a post on the blog, you just go to blogger.com and log in with your Gmail and then go to new post and you can work on a new post. And when I get done, add in this link under the layout, which is what I'm on right now. If you look up here, you can see I'm in the layout for the blog. Okay. Once I get done with that, I'm going to walk through doing a new post because we've got a couple of videos that I don't have on the blog yet. So I'll go ahead and do a new post so that you can see how to do that too if you haven't done it before. So stick with me a little bit here. So first, I'm going to edit the Aquarian Age links. And you would have to be logged in as Ushers of the Aquarian Age in order to do this, the link list. But if I've made you an editor on the blog, you can go to the blog and do a new post and just take care of it there. So let's make a new link for TweetDeck. All right, I'm just naming it here, and then I'm going to paste the link there. And oops, and I hit save a little bit too fast. Let me do that again. All right, so we'll do that again. And I'm going to paste in the URL and I have to hit the add link button. Now you'll see TweetDeck there. And it just went in alphabetical order. Now I hit save. Now if I go over to the blog itself and refresh the page, you're going to see TweetDeck is in the list. So now you can just go to ushersoftheaquarianage.org You don't have to type out the blogspot.com. You can just do ushersoftheaquarianage.org, and that will bring you here to the blog. And then go to the right hand side. Now, if you're on mobile, this right hand sidebar won't appear. There'll be like a stack menu up here in the right corner, and you'll need to click on that to get to the sidebar menu. All right, but once you do, you'll be able to get to this on the mobile version as well. All right, and from that point, you can just click on TweetDeck and it'll take you right to TweetDeck, but you'd have to be logged into Twitter for it to do you any good. All right, if you're not, it's going to make you log into your Twitter account. Okay, so now let's go over here the last video that I got set up on here. Oh, by the way, FYI, for those of you that speak another language, you can use Google Translate to translate this whole website into another language. And I'm going to show you something really cool. So let's switch it over to Spanish. Okay, let me see here. Okay, Spanish. Okay, and as you can see, it translated everything on the website into Spanish. I think Google Translate will do about 99 different languages. I mean, it just did everything on the website translated over into Spanish other than names. If you look at this, everything's now in Spanish. All right, so we can be read in 99 different languages on this blog just by using that translate function. Now, one of the other cool things is if you had put up like a long text post in, say, English or even in Spanish, because you can translate it the other way, um, you could turn around and um, copy this, and then I can open a program called Notepad, and I can paste the Spanish language version in there. Let's say I wrote everything in English and then I switched the blog over to translate while I was on my post, and now my whole post is in Spanish, and then I copy the whole post and paste it into Notepad, and now I can turn around and I can share it on other sites in Spanish. Right? Google will translate it for me. And you can also do that with just Google by itself. For instance, right? We got this all in Spanish now, all right? So I just copied that. Let's say you wrote the post in Spanish and you wanted to post it into the blog on English. So you could go to google.com, okay? And then you can say, translate Spanish to English, and then paste in the text. Oh, let's do it this way. It might be a little bit much. Okay, so I just search translate Spanish to English, come over here, paste in my text, and there's the English version right there. All right, so you could write a post in Spanish, come over, put it through Notepad first, because one of the things that Notepad does is it makes it plain text. It removes any HTML formatting, like that customized web formatting or special fonts or any of that kind of stuff. And it will just get the raw characters, which is going to work better with the translate. So you search translate Spanish to English, and then you paste in the Spanish text, and then there you get the English version there, and then turn around and copy and paste this, and I would run that back through Notepad. All right, And there we go. Now it's not formatted any longer the way this is. You don't have this ginormous text. You just have the plain text. Now I can turn around and do this and then copy the English version. Now if I go back here, uh, we could do Chinese or Korean. We could. It'll do like 99 different languages, but let's do this. And there we go. We have the French version as well. So that translate function on there is really great. And it works very well on the blog side as well. Uh, because like I said, using that translate function, um, 99 different languages can read our blog. All right, so let's go back to English, which is the default language, and at the top, we're going to put it back in English. Right now, I was going to show you how to do a new post. Okay, so we're going to click on new post. Now, if you already had a blog, a Gmail account and had created your own blog on Blogger, you would have a drop down up here and you would be able to select in that drop down which blog you're doing a new post on. All right, so make sure you pay attention if you have a blog on Blogger already. Pay attention to the drop down right here under there and make sure you're on the correct blog when you're making the post. All right. So now let's go over to the YouTube channel. I want to get the one, let's go to the one with me and Andrea. That one's just a little bit older. And we'll go ahead and bring it up and it's going to play a little bit. So I'm going to pause that. And then I'm going to go over here to the share menu. But first, I'm going to copy the title. Okay, we'll copy the title and on new post. And here we're in the new post. And I'm going to put the title in there. And then let's do, I have some tags here. And if there's no tag, I'll put a new one in there and then put a comma and it makes a new one. And we'll put interviews. And I probably should put in a new tag for video as well. Now, I can go down here to location, and if I'm in the United States, I can put in a zip code and hit enter, and it will show it as being, located where I'm at. Um, so we got that. Now over here, right now, I'm in compose view and it's very graphical, but for the part that I'm going to do next, I need to go into HTML view, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to do a center alignment first, and then I'm going to switch to HTML view. All right. And let's see here. We'll put our typing cursor right there, and you can see that this thing is going to do a text alignment centered on the page. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over to the video that I want, and I'm going to click on the share menu. And then I'm going to go here to embed, right? And I'm going to click on embed, and then it generates all this code, right? And I'm going to copy this code, right click, I'm going to click the copy button, that'll select everything, and then I'll right click on it and copy. And when I'm done right clicking and copying, I'll go over here and I'm going to use Control V to paste. Control V as in Victor to paste. All right. And then I'm going to do body return BR a couple of times to make it come down a couple of lines afterwards. And I am going to close this, and then I'm going to hit, we can just copy the regular URL, or link for YouTube right from up here. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go over to the post, and I'm going to switch back to compose view. Watch this. All right, now you see that right there. Um, let's click there and do center again, if it will let me. I might have to go back. Oh, well, we'll just do this. And then I'm going to do watch on YouTube. And then I'm going to select all of this and then try to center it. There we go. I like that better. Now I'm going to select the watch on YouTube because I'm not going to make that a link. I'm just going to make it in bold. And then I'm going to select that web address right there. And I'm going to click on this little chain link because that means put in a link. And then I did that. And I'm going to click the little pencil here. And I need to scroll down a little bit. Oh, let's get rid of that. That is kind of dogging me here. All right. I might need to get out of this. Here, let's do that. I'm fighting a little bit because I need to be able to see a little better, so I'm just going to hit enter a few times to get down there. Now I'm going to click on this little pencil here, and why is it not letting me? There's another menu down here I'm trying to get to, and it's just not letting me do it. I'm not sure quite why. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that too much for right now. I'll fix that in a minute. And then I really don't think there's much more to add to this. So I'm just going to do something like this. All right. And then this thing, I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And notice also something that you can do here is you can go in here and you can set it to automatic, which means it'll publish as soon as you're ready. And notice that little thing there, it means it saved the draft. If you see that check mark in the cloud, it saved a draft, right? But I can set this to set date and time, and I can pick a date and time via the calendar down here for this thing. So I can set a post, get it all ready to go, and have it published later. All right, I can have it published a week from now. I could do 5 posts and have one published every 3 days if I wanted to by using this. Right, I'm going to set it back to automatic, and then as soon as I hit publish, it'll go. Right now, I'm going to click publish, and then it's going to ask me to confirm. Okay, and you can see it's on here, and you can see what tags I gave it and everything like that. And if I wanted to get in and edit it, I would just click on it here, right? Because I'm still in this. Remember I was telling you about that drop down, right? There it is. Now, if I don't have any other blogs with this Google account, so and if I wanted to do a different one, I'd have to create a new blog. We're not going to do that. That's a little too in depth for this right now. This is going to be a lot of information already. So now I'll go back over to the blog. I'll refresh, and there we go. The one with Andrea and I is now the one at the top, and um, it's on the blog. We can share it to various places from right here, and then the older ones will go down here. And eventually, what'll happen is we'll get enough on here that you'll have to click on something that says older posts. We don't have enough posts on there, but we're about to hit it. I think one more and we'll get that. So I'm going to go in real quick and I'm going to try to edit that. I'm going to show you what I was trying to get at. Let's click on this link, and it still is not letting me. All right, I'm going to hit F11 and put this thing in full screen for a minute and see if I can get to it now. No. All right, because I wanted to make this to where it will go to a different, it'll open a new window, and it's just not letting me at that menu for some reason. I think, that's what I'm looking for, the advanced, right there. Open this link in a new window and apply, and now I'm going to update it. And then we'll go over here and refresh. And now I'll click on the post, go into it, and if I click here on this, it opens a whole new
All right,
tab
my
in the
name's Dan
browser.
Stafford, and
Right?
I have.
And there we go. It's playing it on YouTube, right? Or you could watch it right here inside the blog
All right,
itself.
my name's Dan Stafford, and I have.
Okay, so that one's posted. And I'm going to go ahead and get Zoe and Yvette on here. We'll do that one. All right, so we already updated it, so I'm going to get out of there. And we'll do new post. And let's go to our YouTube channel. We'll bring up Zoe and Yvette, and we'll grab the title. Right click and copy, come over here to our new post, put it there. I'm not going to Okay, we got that. All right, now we'll do center and switch from compose to HTML. Go back to the video with Zoe and Yvette. I'm going to go ahead and click share and then embed and then copy. And then I'm going to right click and copy. We'll close that out. I'll come back over here and we'll paste this in. And then we'll do BR, BR. And then I'll hit return a couple of times to give myself some room to work here. And then I'll put, let's do just B for bold. And then we'll put watch on YouTube. And then /B to stop the bold. Okay. So the B makes it bold, and then the /B stops the bold. And then I'm going to put a space in there, and I will put a link to the video. So I'm going to grab the, we'll do share, and I'll just copy the video link. Okay. All I had to do was click the copy button. It should be copied. We'll go back over here, and then I'll do this. All right, that ahref is a link, and anything in the quotation marks is the web address it'll go to. And then I'm just going to paste the web address because that's the text I want people to see. And then I'm going to do a /A to stop the link. And then we'll do BR for body return a couple of times. And then I will put in there all right, and now I will switch back to compose view, All right, and let's see. Yeah, it's doing the same thing to me here, where I can't get at that bottom menu for some reason. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and publish this post, and notice everything stayed centered because when I was in compose mode or in HTML, I left this at the end. And if you see this P here, P style, text align equals center, all right, this slash P is what closes that. Everything in between here and here is centered, okay? So that slash means turn something off, right? B is for bold, turn off the bold. Body return, I wouldn't worry about that. It reformatted it. All you have to put in there is BR. You don't need that space and a slash. Blogger will fix that automatically, but it's fairly copy and paste. I will go ahead and I think it's already published. But anyway, we'll do it now. And okay, it's up there with those tags. And now we'll go over and refresh. Oh, I'm in the post. So let's see. Can I? Oh, all right. I'll just go here and I can go back to the home page. And there's Yvette and Zoe and Andre and I. And I think uh, it hasn't forced us to older posts yet. It's just continuing to push them down. At some point, I think it's going to do another page and say older post after a while, but right now it's still just pushing down the page. All right, so the most recent one is Zoe Navette, and there you go. That's how to do posts on the blog. That's how to use TweetDeck. Remember the question mark and then whatever hashtag you want, and you can scroll back and forth over here. And how to share things from the YouTube channel right here. You want the embed code to embed the video in the blog posts so that you can play them right on the blog. And then you want to just copy this link and make it a link over on the blog if you're going to let people watch it on YouTube. And the reason you would do that, you see this followed by email. If somebody's following us by email, the email they get will not show, um, it won't show the video embed like this, but it will show the watch on YouTube with the link if you make that a link. All right, that's why I put that in there because if people follow by email, they're not going to see this in the email, but they will see this. Right. So at some point we might want to go back through these and maybe put in some kind of a little bit of a description or something like that. Or just the fact that it's one of our conversations might be enough. Okay, so there we go. Ushers of the Aquarian Age.org will take you to the blog. Ushers of the Aquarian Age.com will take you to our YouTube channel. And then um, Twitter.com UOA Aquarius will get you to our Twitter profile. And that should be about enough for this video. So everyone have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Hopefully this helps. And all right, this has been fun.